On expectations for Russia-Ukraine talks in Turkey, Mandarin. China's position on the Ukrainian crisis has been consistent and clear. We support all efforts for peace, the opening of direct negotiations and dialogue between the Russian and Ukrainian sides, and hope that the parties concerned will continue to reach, through dialogue and negotiation, a fair, lasting, and binding peace agreement acceptable to all parties, with a view to ultimately realizing a political solution to the Ukrainian crisis. On Chinese Vice Premier Zhang Guoqing's visit to Russia, Mandarin. We believe that under the strategic leadership of the heads of state of the two countries, and the joint efforts of both sides, China-Russia local cooperation will continue to be revitalized and energized, injecting more kinetic energy into enriching the connotation of bilateral relations, enhancing the well-being of the people of the two countries, and contributing to the development and revitalization of their respective regions. On whether China will lift export restrictions on rare earth metals to the U.S., Mandarin. For the specific issues you mentioned, I suggest asking the competent authorities on the Chinese side. I think you know very well that the competent authority in this matter is China's Ministry of Commerce.
U.S. President Donald Trump has expressed his intention to have a phone call with Chinese President Xi Jinping at the end of this week. Can the Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirm the situation? If it is true, can you give us the specific time and other relevant details?
I have no information to provide. On guidance from the U.S. Commerce Department that Huawei's Ascend semiconductors are subject to U.S. export controls, Mandarin. The U.S. side has generalized the concept of national security, abused export control, and long-arm jurisdiction, maliciously blocked and suppressed China's chip products and AI industry for no reason. This seriously violates market rules, disrupts the stability of the global supply chain, and undermines the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese enterprises, which China resolutely opposes and will never accept. China urges the U.S. side to immediately rectify the wrongful acts of protectionism and unilateral hegemony, and stop the bottomless suppression of Chinese science and technology enterprises and artificial intelligence industry. China will take resolute measures to safeguard its own development rights and the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese enterprises. On global economic downturn due to recent tariffs, Mandarin. At present, multilateralism and free trade are facing serious challenges. Facts have repeatedly proved that economic globalization is the trend of history, openness and cooperation is the trend of the times, and multilateralism is the inevitable choice. The more the global economy faces risks, the more it needs to open up to meet challenges and cooperate to resolve differences. On Trump claiming nuclear deal with Iran is close, Mandarin. China has always been committed to promoting a political and diplomatic solution to the Iranian nuclear issue. We attach importance to Iran's commitment not to develop nuclear weapons, respect Iran's right to the peaceful use of nuclear energy, and oppose all illegal unilateral sanctions. China is ready to continue to maintain communication and coordination with all parties concerned, play a constructive role in promoting a solution that takes into account the legitimate concerns of all parties, effectively safeguard the international nuclear non-proliferation regime, and promote peace and stability in the Middle East.